Good morning, SVN, and all of our invited guests. Welcome to SVN Live. This is our weekly property broadcast for October 30th, 2017. Hard to believe we're all the way through October and heading into November. Be careful on Halloween, for sure. As you know, we always try to begin with a couple of economic talking points for you. This morning, construction spending seems to be slowing down, of course, with a few hurricanes. Rebuilding efforts will spike those readings, I'm sure. I know drywall and so much of the materials necessary for construction are in short supply. The Census Bureau did report $1,218 billion in construction activity in August. That's a huge number, no matter whether it's up or down. It is a huge number. Residential, including apartments, was up just 40 basis points. Non-residential, which is commercial real estate, was up about 50 basis points. What's interesting about all of that is if you read Christopher Lee's most recent information on affordability factors and single-family homes, that home ownership is at an all-time low nationwide for America. So keep an eye on those things. Those are great talking points with your clients. Also, multifamily rents stayed flat for September, which is probably a good situation. Preqin, which is following institutional investors, 72% of those people cited high valuations as a concern for commercial real estate. The compression of cap rates continues, and at some point, they can't go too much lower. 30% of them said that it may affect future returns for investors. That seems obvious for sure. Good news is CoStar data seems to point to smaller and secondary markets continuing to outperform the major markets. That is great for SVN. The primary, secondary, and tertiary markets is the world that we live in so well. 225 offices covering over 500 markets. These are the ones clients are going to be looking to, so good news for us. All right, we want to talk about some of our closed deals, just highlight a few. First up, we want to congratulate Heidi Mickelson for closing this Idaho Youth Ranch thrift store. This was a newly remodeled deal for the tenant, $78 a foot, over 6.5 cap. Nice job. Heidi, congratulations. Continue to close transactions in Idaho. And Joel Catan and Anthony Peregrine, two of our dynamic industrial brokers in Miami, just closed another industrial deal, $88 a foot, $2,275,000. Great location, and what's interesting, it was sold to a local owner user. Anything that you can do industrially in that marketplace is going to sell for sure. Joel, Anthony, congratulations, guys. And Joel Shelton, we want to congratulate you in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. This industrial deal, $2,025,000, nearly twice the price per foot as our Miami deal we just saw, 7.26 cap rate. This was an upgrade coming out of apartments, so congratulations and outstanding opportunity. John, good job. And John Williams up in Nevada, and Brian Resendez, one of our experts in hospitality out of Portland, just closed this $10 million gorgeous piece of real estate right in John's backyard in Novato, California. I talked to John to make sure that he was all right in all the fires, and he mentioned how wonderful it was to work with Brian Resendez in hospitality and to get this deal closed. Price per room, $144,000, and it sure looks like a place I'd like to stay. Congratulations, Brian and John. Let's talk about our inventory this morning. As you know, 100% of the time, 50% of the commission is available to you when you close a transaction with us. That is the SVN difference. We're the only platform in America that does that across the board. We've got $33,450,000 of inventory. We've got a bunch of great advisors that are going to share some insight into their slides, and $654,000 plus in buy-side fee to write you a check for. Let's bring up Scott Davis and Kevin Chin first. They've got a land opportunity in Belmont, California, subject to offer.
Thank you, John. Good morning, SVN world and guests. Scott Davis and I are excited to present to you a rare and unique opportunity in one of the most land-constrained areas in the country. It's rare because the current owners have operated their business, a motel and restaurant here, for over 40 years. It's unique because due to the phenomenal growth in the tech industry, the need to create housing has pressured the city of Belmont to update their general plan. The new general plan, which will be adopted by year end, will increase the density for this site by 50%. The city of Belmont is roughly midpoint between San Francisco and San Jose. And within 15 miles of this site are the headquarters for world-renowned companies such as Google, Facebook, Oracle, Genentech, and Visa USA. Other demand generators for this within this radius is the San Francisco International Airport and Stanford University. The site is approximately 1.84 acres. Its upsloping topography features panoramic views of the San Francisco Bay and its skyline. The new zoning will allow for approximately 80 units with the potential to increase this via the state housing density bonus. We have commissioned a massing study that will be completed soon that will determine the maximum potential for this site. Land values for luxury view units in this area are in the range of $150,000 to $250,000 per door, which makes this a deal worth upwards of $20 million. The package is available on the website. Please contact Scott or myself if you have any questions. Thank you, John.
Kevin, thank you. Congratulations for being in a part of California where they're allowing increased density versus everywhere else where they're fighting it. Nice job. Let's go to Katie McGonigal. She and Barbara Coomer have a great opportunity for you in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And I think we have Katie with us this morning. Katie, unmute and you will be there.
There we go. There we go. I'm here.
Right.
Good morning. Yes, I'm here presenting our site that is a 10-acre site, 6 acres of uplands that are able to be developed on. Pretty much ideal for a retail office, or we've actually had some lately multifamily developers reaching out about it. This area is pretty much growing. There's a new development going in down the road, as you see on the slide there, with multiple single-family homes and apartments there. There's really a need for some more retail. I get office calls each week. There's not much space in the area. So any kind of retail developed right here would be great. That's what it's essentially zoned for. It's only about 45-minute drive to Orlando from this area, and it's really a great beach town. And the adjacent public shopping center is a very busy shopping center as well. There's the new Wawa down the road. Just lots going on here. And if you have any interest in this site, feel free to reach out to us and we'll share some more information with you.
All right, Katie, thank you. And I think you did just an outstanding job on the slide. It tells us everything we need to know. Thanks again. Let's go to Seth Asman. He has a gorgeous piece of property in the heartland of America, Columbus, Ohio, priced at $1,175,000.
Yes, good morning from Columbus, Ohio. We have a beautiful office and retail building in the heart of the King Lincoln district of downtown Columbus. This is on the 800 block of Long Street, which is about 8 blocks from the heart of downtown. And between this property and downtown sits the Columbus State University, along with 3 or 4 other smaller but major universities to the area. In total, they house about 35,000 students. This area is the new hotbed of development for the growing downtown area, and will include high-end apartments and housing, as well as Class A office space, and future development will include retail, restaurants, and more offices. So this opportunity is for this property, which is a registered historic property. It's been fully renovated, about 7,400 square feet, which has about 3,200 retail on the first floor and about 4,000 for Class B office on the second floor. The development is here and now. There are projects that are approved, and the ground is to be broken next year at some point. Across the street from this building, there will be 200, give or take, high-end apartments, plus mixed-use office, retail, and parking. And the lot next to this building, called the Teresa Building, is approximately 1 acre, and we have been able to package this building and that 1 acre into this offering, and that acre would be ideally situated for restaurant, retail, multifamily, with potential for sub-level parking. Our package is priced at $1.175 million, which we believe is a very good value price for the two parcels combined. The seller is interested in a quick closing. Columbus is pro-growth, pro-development, and is an ideal opportunity for a developer looking for a great project, or even an investor looking to flip out the land piece to a local developer at a premium price. So thank you, and please bring your offers.
All right, Seth, thank you. Talk about great Main Street real estate. There's one for the portfolio. Let's go to John Cannon. He has a Greer, South Carolina opportunity for you today, priced at $1,750,000 with a lot of acreage.
Yes, thank you, John, and good morning to everyone from us here at our SVN Blackstream family in Greenville, South Carolina. We are pleased to announce this excellent retail / redevelopment. Could be mixed use, storage, lots of possibilities for this site here. It is located on Highway 29, which bridges the gap between our greater Greenville area and the Spartanburg, South Carolina area. And actually last year, Greenville was named the 4th fastest growing city in the country by the U.S. Census Bureau. Our site here on Highway 29 is located within close proximity to some of the major economic proponents that are driving that growth that we're experiencing here in this area. The site is roughly less than 5 minutes driving time from South Carolina's only inland port that we have here in Greer. It's also about 10 minutes from our local BMW campus, which speaks for about 5 million square feet here in the area. And it's less than 15 minutes driving time from our Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport. So close to a lot of economic growth here in the area. With a traffic count of approximately 22,000 vehicles per day, our site is located along a strong corridor with over 600 feet of frontage available. The property is currently being used as a staging area for mobile homes, as well as warehouse space for appliance sales. Located in the front right corner of the property is a recently renovated 5,000 square foot retail space that is move-in ready. It's ready to go. And with 4 pre-existing curb cuts on the main highway there, the owners are willing to subdivide the site. So at about $350,000 an acre, it's a great way to enter our quickly growing market here in Greenville. So we are excited to work with you guys and your investors, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, everyone. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, John.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Great group to work with. The Blackstream group are some of the most fun in our company for sure. Ali Mushtak is that kind of fun guy. Kenneth Anderson and he have joined forces in Tampa to bring you a land opportunity priced at $1,850,000. Ollie?
Good morning, John. Good morning, everyone at SVN and guests. bringing you the new listing at 9970 Delaney Lake Drive. It's located on the Tampa MSA. Previously can be entitled up to 110 rooms. Previous owner had permitted for 103 rooms. The site is just walking distance, 5 minutes to the estuary. It's a mixed-use development. It's at the intersection of Falkenberg and Estuary Lake Drives. It's anchored by Bass Pro Shops, Topgolf, iFly, Dave & Buster's, and Esmeralda Fish Company restaurant. It's a pad site ready. There's utilities at the corner of the site. We do have a list of flags. I just attached that into our website. If you have any questions, feel free to reach myself or Kenny at your earliest convenience. Look forward to working with you. Thank you.
All right, Ollie, thank you so much. Let's go to Eric Carlson, Paul Getty, and Jane Lee. They have a Santa Clara, California land opportunity for you, priced at $2,125,000, and we might have Paul on the road today.
Oh, John, you don't. You got him live here in person.
Right.
So a big how to do to John, SVN advisors and guests. And this being Halloween week, this is not a trick but a treat. We have a billboard right smack in the middle of Silicon Valley, right off of 101 in San Tomas. This area gets a tremendous amount of traffic and gives plenty of time for advertisers to get the eyeballs looking at these tremendous billboards. San Jose and Silicon Valley is a landlocked area, I think, as many of you know, and the billboards that are there are basically fixed, and there are no more billboards that are allowed. This is an opportunity to basically own an easement, not actually the billboard, but an easement that will provide hassle-free income in perpetuity. It's an ideal 1031 opportunity, and particularly for people in the Bay Area, they're having a very difficult time right now finding replacement properties anywhere in California. This is about as good as it gets. It's in the center of Silicon Valley, and something that's a bit unique, but we feel to be a very strong opportunity given the comps that we have for similar properties in the area.
All right, Paul. I think with your talent in your particular office, I'm a little surprised that you didn't Photoshop SVN into that billboard, but that's okay. It's all right.
Well, we have room for SVN to advertise it on it, John.
There you go. Thank you for that. You'll sell that within 2 weeks, I guarantee you. All right, everybody, take a look at that. Let's go to Jeff Hammond and Del Krivitzen. They have a gorgeous property in Marietta, Georgia, priced at $4,250,000 for you this morning.
Thank you. This is Jeff Hammond with SVN Krivitzen Realty. And yes, this property has been a hot property. As you notice, there's a cap rate of 15% because of the upside. The tenant has been a long-term tenant that is an owner user that wants to vacate because of technology and is willing to sell this property. It's 3 different buildings. They will actually sell each building off for $1.5 million a piece, or sell the whole campus at $4.25 million. You do have I-75 visibility with billboard possibility, which is over 175,000 cars a day that go by. This is in the hot area of SunTrust Park, which is the new Braves Stadium, as we spoke about before. Bring all offers. We're getting 6%. Love to share the commission with anyone out there that's looking for an office in one of the hottest office markets, as you know, is Atlanta, Georgia. Have a great day.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Only $76 a foot. Pay attention to that one for sure. Let's go to Wayne Kaplan in Chicago. He's got as Main Street perfect little deal that you could imagine, priced at $4,500,000.
Good morning, SVN. This is a represent of a Fresh Market, single-tenant, triple-net lease grocery store in Lake Forest, Illinois. We had the property under contract, and the buyer had a problem with their trade on the other side, so we need to put it back on the market. This is one of those, as John always says, that everybody probably has at least one person in their Rolodex that they should call on this. The property is a 19,000 square foot single-tenant building in downtown Lake Forest, Illinois. Lake Forest, Illinois is one of the most affluent areas literally in the country, much less in the Chicagoland suburbs. The property sits literally across the street from the Metra commuter rail station that goes to downtown Chicago. This is, as John says, Main Street as it gets. Immediately to the south, a couple of blocks to the south, is Market Square, which basically is downtown Lake Forest. It's a large lifestyle center. There's another grocery store to the north. There's also a brand new 165-unit luxury housing complex that is in the process of being built a few blocks to the north, adding affluent density to the area. This is kind of a good news situation with this tenant and this lease. The lease only has about 3 years left on it. That's the only bad news. The good news is that they're paying a very, very low rental rate. They do have a bump coming in 3 years. If they stay, then someone's got a nice coupon clipper property in an affluent area. If they leave, there's a tremendous upside opportunity on this. The market rents are a good 30 or 40% higher for a space this size in this market. So, like I said, it's a good news situation with the lease. Property is up and running. Would love to share a fee with any of you on this. And as I said, especially for those who do single tenant, triple net lease, or retail investment, hopefully just about everyone on the call would have somebody to present this to. Thank you.
All right, Wayne, thank you very much. So many of those single tenant net lease investments are $500 and $600 a foot. This is $233 a foot. Trust me, you'll like the real estate. Let's go to Jay Hintz. He's got an outstanding industrial flex opportunity for us, priced at $5.1 million, and I'll let him pronounce the city in Wisconsin.
Well, thank you, John, and welcome to all of those from SVN. This is Mequon, Wisconsin, which is one of the more affluent suburbs in the metropolitan area of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is just north of the city itself. This particular property has some long-term leases in place. It does have one vacancy presently of about 3,300 square feet. The owner has identified that he will master lease that particular site, if not leased at time of purchase, for a calendar year after the purchase of the property. It is very conveniently located. It is just it is visible from I-43, which is the main interstate north to Green Bay, and we certainly have plenty of parking in this particular property. So this is a great opportunity for an investor, and I would hope that we'll get some responses from you here in SVN land, and I do appreciate the time in this. Thank you, John. Thank you very much.
All right, Jay, thank you, sir. And you've got another one in Mount Pleasant that you're really excited about, priced at $11.6 million.
Again, in this particular property, we've had this on the sales call before. This is a price reduction. The bank-owned property was at $12,740,000. It is now down to $11,600,000. The bank would like to sell this property. It is not. It is vacant. It has been empty since March of 17. We property manage this, and it is an opportunity to be a site for the construction groups to build the Foxconn 20 million square foot facility just 2 miles down the road. So for the next 3 to 5 years, construction groups can come in. We've got 29 dock doors, 23 on one side, 6 opposing. We've got major power throughout this particular building, tremendous amount of land, 22 particular acres on this thing, 23 clear height in the warehouse, 40 by 45 bay width. This would be a great opportunity for an investor. We can assist. We know of some individuals that are going to be in the construction side of this, so we'd be more than happy to help you lease this property up. Great opportunity, and hopefully we're going to get some interested parties on this particular call. John, thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Mayor, thank you. Let's go to a couple of announcements for you. ICSC New York is one of the great meetings in America. It's one I always enjoy attending because if you want to meet the owners of the businesses and companies that you're dealing with, this is the one they go to because their wives want to go with them to New York to shop after Thanksgiving and before Christmas. So the leaders, chairman of the board, the presidents of all the major retailers are at ICSC New York deal making, and our booth is 2923. Please plan on attending. I think you'll find it extremely valuable. All right, another valuable meeting that hopefully is not only on your calendar, but you've actually registered for, our 2018 annual conference. Registration is open. The event is March 7th to the 9th, 2018, at the Hyatt Regency Tamaya, and you are going to be really excited. I noticed in the registration materials that you get to choose 2 events, and Donna shared with me this morning that it looks like horseback riding is #1 at this point, golf is #2. So keep that in mind. Please get registered. Make your choices for the events. It will be a roundup you'll never forget. Look forward to seeing everybody there. Again, we want to thank you for spending some time with us today. We want to mention that SVN Live is here for you. Everything that we do at SVN is at www.svn.com. And 100% of the time, 50% of the commission is available to you when you close a transaction with us. And we look forward to you doing just that. Happy Halloween. Be safe. Good day.